Okay, Hare Krishna. Welcome. Ready? Mangalacharna. Om Jnana Tirmandasya Jnana Jana Shalakaya Chakshu Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathatam Vitam Sivam Sadvatam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinavando Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayane Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Goratvise Namaha Pancha Tattva Makam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavatam Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay. Welcome to book club meeting number 2. Today we're going to do some analysis of chapter 1 because we read it and we had a little bit of a question and answer, but I don't want to go too fast through this book because there's a lot of subtle points that are very easy to miss if we don't slow down and analyze a little bit. So the first thing I want to do is give all the people here who are here in person a bookmark. Some of you saw it earlier on a little video I made. But the bookmark says, "It's not you, it's me." What do you guys think that means? Anybody want to help pass these out? Do half and half. Come to that side, you can pass around. What do you guys think it means? It's not you, it's me. Take the mic. I'm going to show it. Vilas, is this showing in the camera? Yes. They can see the words? Or? Okay. It's not you, it's me. Did everybody get one? Everybody's got one? Enough for everyone? Okay. So what does it mean?
It's what I think it's for my brain.
Is the mic working? Vilas? Okay.
Is it working?
I don't hear anything.
Yes. You don't hear it? Can you hear it now? It's working?
Okay.
Okay, so let me quickly say that it's like I think from my brain, so how I feel is what I'm going to feel about the other person.
Okay. Any other theories? It's not you, it's me. And Vilas, if you can let me know if anybody online wants to say anything. Then you can put their mic on for them. What does it mean, Janava?
I was thinking more, no? Okay. I was thinking that it's not you, it's me. It becomes like whatever I am feeling or whatever happens, I'm taking responsibility about how I feel. So it's not you that I'm mad at, or it's not your fault. It's just me, how I reacted.
Interesting. Okay. Theory number 2. How about anyone else? It's not you, it's me. And if you notice, the me is in caps. All caps. Okay. Does anybody agree with Janava, what she said? Go ahead. One more. It's not you, it's me.
I was thinking that at one point there is no difference between you and me.
Okay.
So we are both the same, and everybody's in the same.
Okay.
No, the same
Okay.
individuality.
So there's no difference between you and me, and everybody's the same. Okay. Theory number 3. Let's think about it in the context of this class. What is this class about?
Ahankar.
Okay, so Dowji, what's this bookmark about? Where, you need the mic so we have, everybody can hear you. Hold on, they won't be able to hear you online.
All the faults that I see in you are actually in me.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. Okay. What do you guys think? Gargamuni? Oh, sorry, Kamala, were you going to say something?
It's not your fault, it's my fault.
Interesting. Similar to Dowji. Okay, one more over here.
It's not your ahankar.
It's my ahankar. Okay. Are there any extra bookmarks? Does anybody have any extra laying around? Everybody got one except for Malati? And who else just came? Did you get a bookmark? Do you want a bookmark? Okay. Do you want a bookmark? Okay. Oh. Thank you. Okay. Who does somebody else not get one? No. Okay. The last ones.
I want to say something.
Okay.
Vilas.
Okay. Oh, Ajayjani.
Yes. So.
Yeah, that'd be
it's all
helpful.
about
If you can say your name, or if Vilas, you can announce their name. Cause, yeah, there's no.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So
our first time doing it this way. So just
Okay.
one sec, Dr. Johnny.
So here's Shriman Ajayjani.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's all about me. I'm the center of the world and everything around me. But I'm most important, not you. I'll discount you as much as I can, but it's all about you. That's the thing.
Good. Yeah, you got it. Okay, so that's the idea. That's what we're talking about in this class. And so the stories are very nice, but it's not to analyze like me, because that's a common thing to start analyzing me. You can, but if you use it as a tool to analyze yourself, or analyzing Babaji, I mean, he's a wonderful and a great personality, and that's enough, right, to just be inspired by him. But if you want to look deeper and use it as a way to introspect and improve on yourself, that would be the next step. If you feel inspired by his stories, by him, you can think, okay, how can I actually change myself, based on what comes out of this book. Okay, so yes, the punchline is, it's not you, it's me. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this saying. I grew up in the US, and this was a saying that people would say when they were dating. Just say you're dating someone and you don't really, like for me, like if I don't really like the guy, I would be like, I don't want to hurt his feelings. So I'd be like, no, it's not you, it's me. So that's where it comes from, like, because you don't want to hurt the guy's feelings, right? So you're like, no, it's not you, it's me. But all the rest of the times in life, it's always you. It's your fault, But if it has to do with like breaking up with someone, you don't want them to become like obsessed or too attached. You say, oh no, it's not you, it's me. I just have something going on with me, So that's where I got the idea from. Okay, so today what I want to do is I want to do a practical, yes? Okay, go ahead, Bhushan.
Pranam, I would also like to add to what Dr. Shani saying that it's so this idea that it's not the same thing with me, but also there's a lesson involved that this ahankara will lead you to suffering, just as the story suggests. It will just cause pain, and that's also learning. That if you keep on doing this, it is just going to cause you pain, and that's why it's one of the. That's also one of the learning things from this.
Good.
Because it's not that you have ahankara and then you feel ecstatic and happy, and it's not like that. The story doesn't end like that. It's painful. That's important, I think.
Yes, good, Bhushan. Thank you. Okay. So what I want to do today is last week I read chapter 1. And in chapter 1, I kind of told some more stories along the way. We analyzed a little bit about at the end, and then I said this time that we were going to actually analyze chapter 1. We're going to go into it. And so what I want to do is, I sent something called Ahankara characteristics to you guys, but I sent it like a half an hour ago. So a lot of you probably didn't get it if you're, busy. But I have them also right here. Some of you online, you probably got it in an email. But they're the same characteristics that we went over last year. Remember, every week we're doing a different characteristics of Ahankara, right? Proud, lacks awareness. We did a whole hour on each one. Blames, hates, loves, is competitive, all these ones. Criticizes others, praises the self, rationalizes, feels that they're special and unique, and they're insensitive. If you have your device here with you, you can see, because if you've signed up and registered, you'll see that it's on your device as well. It got sent to you as like an automated email. So if you want to look at those characteristics. And for those of you who are new and were not in the class last year, you can also just look at your email, or your device, and you'll see these characteristics. If not, you'll get the hang of it, because it's pretty easy to spot Ahankara after a while. Ahankara acting up. So what I wanted to do today is I'll start reading the story again, and I want you to stop me when you hear an Ahankara characteristic of me in the story. Okay? So you can also think, I'm just going to pick one or two. Sometimes it's like, how do I keep all these characteristics in mind, You could just be like, I'm just going to look for criticizes others. I'm just going to listen in the story for that one characteristic, Or I'm just going to listen in the story for how she thinks she's special and unique, or how she's insensitive, or how she's hating or feeling proud. You can just pick one if you want, instead of trying to have that whole list in your mind, And when you spot a characteristic, what I want you to do is I want you to raise your hand, and you have to come and get the car, or someone will pass it, okay? And just turn it on. This is the Ahankara police. Okay? So the switch is red. Okay? And I want to see how many times we can catch it, catch the Ahankara flaring up. So my question is, would somebody be willing to keep score of just how many times the Ahankara flares up in the story? Like each time somebody catches it, just make 1, 2, 3. You don't have to write the person's name or what the thing was, but let's see how high we can get. Would somebody be willing to do that? Okay? Who's doing it? Laduli? Who said it? Malika. Okay. You keep track of that. And then the car, I'm not sure the best place to put that. We could put it at the edge of the table and you can get up and get it, or we could put it like in the middle and somebody could pass it around like a mic. Or you can pass this around with the mic. You see the switch right there? That's all you have to do. Okay? Ahankara police is coming to get you. Okay? Yeah. And then whoever gets it, you can turn that thing on and then get the mic, and then tell us what the characteristic is. Okay. Next week, handcuffs are coming. Okay, ready? So if you've got your books, let's go to chapter 1 and start reading. And as soon as you see one of these characteristics of this Ahankara, hit me with that lovely sound. Ready? Okay. Have you ever heard the saying, the worst times are clearing us out for life's greatest delights? The only problem is, when we are in the thick of it, we often don't realize that at all. This was surely the case for me as I sat crying on the hard concrete floor, hunched over a tub of Nutella at the Amritapuri ashram in Kerala, India. My roommate was attempting to pull me out of my funk by trying to persuade me to join her for dinner. But I was flatly refusing. The only solace I could find was in the blob of sweet, creamy hazelnut chocolate spread on the tip of my finger. Nothing? So far, nothing? Also, if somebody's online, they need to also be able to put their mic on them, I guess make a sound effect. Vilas has one? Yeah, we got to do the police.
Okay, so I hope this is not a false alarm, but this idea of, staying alone in my room while everyone is outside and doing the thing is something I'm special and unique, right? And maybe also some variation of pride, I would say also.
Mm-hmm. What's that variation, would you say?
it's it looks a bit. I mean, when I'm like this, then I'm a bit sulky. You know that. Actually, the best would be if someone would come and say, "Oh, we're missing you so much. It feels so incomplete without you. What can we do to please you now to come?"
Okay. Okay, so the first one was special and unique because I was staying in my room alone and I thought I was so special or whatever, something like that. I thought I was special and unique because I was staying in my room alone. Is that what you're saying?
No. Yes, while not going to the program that was going on outside.
Okay.
Right?
Janava,
That
you want to say
all
something?
the God sisters and the gurus were.
Okay.
And then pride for, not wanting to go out, but yeah.
Okay. You guys can, if you have a different opinion, you can also share that if you don't see it. Okay, we've got some hands in the back. Just need to pass the mic.
I would say it's also insensitive
Okay.
towards, your roommate is coming and she wants to make something with you and you're just in your own thing.
So I'm not being like appreciative of her help, or are you saying? Yeah. Okay. Okay. What else?
Is it on? I would say, and this is based on my own experience, I would go with rationalizers, because I know when I feel sad or stressed, I like to find some sort of food to comfort myself, and I justify that.
Oh, interesting.
I'm so miserable, so I deserve to eat a big tub of ice cream or something. At least that's what I do.
Yeah. Good. I think the mic might only be working for the people online. I can't hear anything. Can you turn it up? Yeah. It's hard to hear. Thank you. Okay. Good. Malati?
I had a similar idea. It could also be more like one is, the ego is so low, like almost like depressed, that one is not really able to deal with other people. It's just such a lowly feeling that one wants to just be completely isolated and not communicate with anyone. It's like not inflated, but
the opposite. Yeah. So it's not proud, it's the opposite of proud. It's depressed ahankara. Yep. Yeah. Good one.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, Kamala. Go ahead. I didn't see you. You're my blind spot.
No, it's okay. I have similar like Malati because your ahankara actually was totally crushed, totally powder. So then obviously reaction to leave me alone.
Yeah.
I have to digest it and I do it by my own way, by taking shelter in the sweet solution of the Nutella.
Yeah.
So you don't want to communicate.
Yeah.
So your ahankara was very
flattened. So the ahankara was flattened and depressed, and then what Balaram said, and then I was rationalizing, like, I deserve this Nutella because I'm sad. It makes me feel better, right? Okay. That combination of a kind of depressed ahankara and then rationalizing. Not a proud, but the opposite of depressed. Okay? Any other? Go ahead, Jenna.
Yes, I agree with that, and I will add also maybe lacks of awareness because you're such in the depressive mood that you don't see that the friend is here to help you, or it might actually be good for your health to go and socialize or whatever was in that situation. Just like completely, like Malati was saying, like blurry.
In my own cave, in a way. Yeah. Good. That's kind of what also Mohini was saying, right? Like insensitive to the other, not grateful. Just, yeah. Good. Anything else? So we already got that in one paragraph. Pretty good, huh? The ahankara is always operating. Okay, a few more.
So just have a quick question. Like, if I'm trying to please the other person, even though I think they're wrong, is that also some kind of ahankara? That I am better than them? I can just tolerate whatever they're doing and not speak about that. Would that be ahankara?
Are you analyzing this paragraph or something else?
No, just like from all the comments and
Yeah.
all that. So that question is popping to my head. Before we go on, I just want to know, would I consider that to be ankara if I'm
Let's
trying
save
to-
those to the end. I'm doing a very specific, this is also like just my style. So this isn't a free-form all question now. This is an exercise to analyze the characteristics of ahankara. And at the end, there might be time for questions. If not, there's a discussion board, like I mentioned last week. You can write it there. Okay, go ahead.
So my ahankara would have been proud even before that, just by start writing the book.
Okay. So you're saying you're not talking about this paragraph, you're saying in general the ahankara would have been proud before this.
Yes.
That's true, and that's why I crashed down. To the height that I was so proud about my book, then this is the other half of it. You can see how high the ahankara was. Because if I wasn't proud, then I wouldn't be crying in my room. That's right. Someone else have one? Dauji, were you going to do one? No? Okay. All characteristics analyzed? All right, let's keep going and see what we got. You see, I had just been rejected by my guru, Amma, the hugging saint. Perhaps you know of her? You may have even had a hug from her. Ladali needs... I didn't get very far. Oh, no, sorry, I thought you were going to... Okay. So Amma travels around the world, tirelessly spreading her message of love. Last I checked, Amma had hugged a record 34 million people. Yet this depressing December day in 2013, I didn't feel any love at all. The irony was not lost on me. I was at the mother of all love's ashram, yet I could not feel her love. And even though all the trappings were there to set the mood of love, I still could not get into that groove. Amma's ashram.
Okay, so the Ahankara police, and Bhushan is also there, is about this my guru, Amma, the hugging saint. I think here this is the characteristic of love, what the Ahankara does, right? If someone pumps the Ahankara up, that person or that object we love. So if she's the hugging saint who has the world record in hugging so many million people and has so many followers around the world, this I belong to her, so I love her because she makes me feel great.
Good memory and good analysis.
Bhushan?
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to say what the last you just said.
Okay. Good. And what about this? I had just been rejected by my guru, Amma the hugging saint. You think that's love?
Yeah.
Hate.
And this would be then hate, the opposite, right?
Huh?
I think it would be hate.
Yeah. She rejected me, so.
Yeah, it's really kind of criticism when you say that she's my guru, but she has rejected me. So it's on the one hand you're putting her on a pedestal here in this sentence, but on the other hand also criticizing her that what she did is not correct.
And I'm calling it rejected. I don't think she thought she rejected me. That's my version.
I was also on this.
Wait a minute. We got some sound effects missing here. Where's the car? Let's hear it. Uh-oh. I've been bad. Again.
Yeah, I was thinking of the same sentence, that you have been rejected by Amma, the hugging saint. So if she is a hugging saint, how can she reject you? So it means that you are special, that she has rejected you. If she has this personality of hugging, actually. She wants to do that type of thing to you, probably.
Okay, so you think that the characteristic is special. Because
I had been rejected by a hugging saint.
Okay, so I think I'm special, okay. I mean, you're just repeating it, but can you explain? Why does that make me special? Why does that make me think I'm special?
Because
just because
if she's a hugging saint means she's hugging everyone.
Yeah.
And she's a saint.
Yeah.
Means a saint saint has only good qualities, but she has rejected you means, well, that implies that there was something which she did which was not the good quality. No?
Go ahead, Malati, let's hear. It's a good discussion.
I mean, it depends on your insight, and you can feel rejected because, and you don't see the mistake in her, but in yourself. You know, she's a saint; she's hugging everybody. But if she's not hugging me, that means I must be majorly. She's teaching me really something very, you know. She has a reason why she's doing that. She's my guru. I say it. So if she's my guru and she rejects me, that means I accept the rejection, and I've noticed that there's something really. I did something terribly, and she's trying to rectify that. So it's more like, you know, I
What ahankara characteristic?
I don't know.
So I'm thinking that she rejected me.
I'm
Wait, they were saying criticizes others. Like I'm criticizing her, right?
No, I'm not saying that's a special characteristic. I'm just replying that it does not necessarily mean that's a criticism of her.
Okay.
It could just a reaction. I'm only replying to that.
Okay. So,
nothing else.
Okay, got it. Mohini, what were you going to say?
Is it on? I would say it's being dependent, like your feeling of you are dependent of her. How she treats you makes you feel in a way.
Are you picking ahankara characteristic, or are you just analyzing me? Huh?
Is this list a complete list or just
Yes, these are the ones that I've taught. Unless you have your own special lists that you've already taught to this group, but we're working on the list that I created for the group, not just your analysis of me. So pick from here. There's an hour-long class on each of these characteristics. So it's not analyzing if I'm dependent or not. You know, that's probably some other issue I might have, but try to stick to the characteristics. Yes. Yes, over here. Sounds like a game show, but
You're criticizing others because you felt rejected and say how she can reject me. Here, I'm doing this and this, she reject me. So this is a criticism.
yeah, I'm labeling her that she's criticizing me. How many do we have now, Malika?
Well, that was the 8th one.
8. Okay, we've read one paragraph. Do you see what I mean? The ahankara, and if we kept going, we could go a whole hour on this one paragraph probably, if you really go deep. Because what I want you to see, and we will keep going, but that the ahankara is very active. It's very active in all of us all the time. And this isn't even anything that much, you know? But it's constantly doing something. I mean, that's what it is. It gives us the agency to act. And anything that relates to me, I'm going to, be doing one of these things. So it's also an exercise in precision of your thinking, you know? The exercise is to look at these characteristics and not try to add in different characteristics, not try to analyze me, not try to analyze Amma, you know, just pick the characteristic and try to pick one and see if you can see it in here. That's a hard enough exercise in itself, you know? And you can see it, what the mind likes to go other places, you know? So try to just stick on this, and you'll see what I mean. We can go very deep with it if you can keep your mind on just these characteristics and on just these sentences and not try to extrapolate or ask other questions that might be interesting to you. You know, it's a different exercise. So that's the thing. Vedic psychology is not for the faint of heart. You know, it's actually hard work. It's like a exercise for your mind and a discipline for your mind. So probably by the last class there'll be one person left, but that's okay. No problem. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, so perhaps you know of her. Okay, I already read that, right? You may have even had a hug from her. She travels around the world, tirelessly spreading her message of love. So you analyzed that, Vilas, right? Last I checked, Amma had hugged a record 34 million people. Yet this depressing December day in 2013, I didn't feel any love at all. The irony was not lost on me. I was at the mother of all love's ashrams, yet I could not feel her love. And even though all the trappings were there to set the mood of love, I still could not get into that groove. I'm going to give you a hint. Anytime there's a sentence with the word I, there's definitely a ahankara. So in this one paragraph, I had many I's. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5 eyes, you know. But I didn't hear any alarm. I didn't hear the alarm go off. So can somebody see something I did?
Praise yourself.
Praise yourself, okay. Can you be specific? And you have the mic? Can you give her the mic, Kamala?
All the time you're talking just about yourself, what you
Okay.
were and how you feel, and so that's how you're praising yourself and boosting your ahankara.
Okay, so where's something specific there about praising myself? I mean, I is your sense of identity also, so you have to say I this or I that, but what's praising self?
I was at the Mother of All Love's ashram, so
But is that praising myself, or is that just
the ashram also, I mean, because you are great, that's why, the love is there in the ashram. You are identifying with where Amma stays, so you're there, so... Sorry.
So I'm at the Mother of All Love's ashrams. How many people think that's me praising myself? You think it's 10? What's 10?
Unique, special and unique.
Okay. Because I'm at the Mother of All Love's ashram.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the only one who feels like that. Everybody else feels differently.
Okay.
And then I could not feel her love.
Are there 3 mics here or only 1? There were 3. 2. Can you give one to the person who's speaking? Because otherwise everybody online is not going to be able to hear. So you were saying special and unique.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Special and unique, and you're saying praise self. Kamala? I'm going to have nightmares tonight. It's going to be going off in my head all night.
Rationalize.
Rationalizes because?
Because you're now getting, I'm here, and this here is the love center, I'm just here, and I cannot feel the love. I cannot feel the love. So you're rationalizing your situation, and
rationalizing is when you make an excuse for something, like I'm eating the Nutella and I deserve to eat it because I'm sad.
okay. So then it's not rationalizing.
Okay, Janava, you got it? Give her the card too. Everybody online's being quiet. Nobody's chiming in on. Okay.
So in that verse, so I could not feel love, and even though all the trappings were there to set the mood of love, I still not could get into that groove. So there is some blame.
Interesting.
Like
blame.
I'm in this ashram, it's supposed to be, good and loving and hugs, and no.
Okay.
I don't feel the love.
So what part is the blame? Just because I'm saying I don't feel it. Huh? Like to me, blame might be something like I don't. It's not like because it sounds like I was complimenting them, right? All the trappings were there. So then, what would the blame part be? Like I still could not get into that groove because the trappings were very cheap and crappy and poorly done. Then I would see like it's their fault.
Yeah, true.
But here it's almost like neutral. It's saying the stuff is there, but I couldn't get into it. But I didn't say it was their fault yet. But you're kind of seeing it seems like that.
It's very tiny. Like you said, it's not like, oh, it was not a good ashram.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find something because you said that when there's there is obviously ahankara characteristic. Yeah. So I'm trying to find between, like, with the list, and it's hard actually to find.
What about insensitive? Somebody who's insensitive is not grateful, not appreciative. Like, imagine all the devotees there who did how much seva to set that thing up. And then I'm like, even all the trappings are there, like, I can't, like, it's kind of like being insensitive to all the people who probably worked the whole day to set up this beautiful darshan with Amma.
Try with the, I think it's working.
There's no speakers around here, though, I don't think.
Try to speak.
Okay. So, yes, I'm just wondering whether this special and unique, it's not in a positive way. It's not that you feel great, but there's still a feeling, I'm the only one who feels like that, but in a negative way.
Okay.
And that is a blame. So I would say it's a combination. It's, why don't I feel like everybody else? Everybody else is in bliss, and everybody should be in bliss, but I don't feel like that.
Okay,
so
I see it.
It's a No, I'm
Yeah,
special
it's like
because
the
I don't feel
reverse.
like that.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Yeah.
some blame. Also.
It's a very subtle way to be special and unique and blame. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. They said it, yeah.
I want to say, I don't have the text, but from what I'm hearing, I feel that this girl who's talking, she has, a fear of being kind of annihilated the minute she enters the group. Her individuality is dissolving. So now she doesn't have this I if she conforms to the group and she allows herself to feel the same, to feel love and all that.
Okay, so that fits with special and unique, probably. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. Okay, so let's keep reading and see. There's nobody online, right, Vilas?
Yeah.
Okay, Naveen.
Yeah, I want to mention about the hate part.
Okay.
Hate here,
Okay.
because your ahankara is completely smashed and you lost the identity. Identity completely down.
Mm-hmm.
So then you are on top of that. Yeah, that expecting that some love. You are expecting love, and it's not happening. And that's a blame. You're saying that even everything is good. But I'm feeling not love. I'm not feeling any love.
Mm-hmm.
That's a ahankara part, and love, expecting love and blaming surroundings and everything. It's not lovable. This is what I felt.
Okay, so you mentioned a few. So you said I was expecting love and I didn't get it. So then you said I was blaming, but at the beginning you said hate. So the two characteristics you're mentioning are blaming and hate?
Yeah, blaming and expecting love, and it's not happening. That's a blame because of each ahankara is smashed. It's no identity. Now you are completely low identity, and it's smashed because that's the reason. Yeah, blame is happening because love is not. That's the reason you're saying it's a blaming that there is no love. There's no love or a surrounding.
Okay. Anyone else want to share analysis? Go ahead. Where's the mic?
I think there is some pride because when you came there, it sounds like when you are saying, I didn't get any love, it sounds like as if you know what love is, but you didn't feel it. So it sounds like you know what love is, but they didn't give you, or maybe they don't have it, or they don't know what is love.
Yeah.
I know, but
Yeah.
I didn't. So I found there is no love.
Very interesting.
Something like that.
Yeah, and also I expected I should get it. First of all, I know what it is, and second of all, I expect everybody should be giving it to me, right? That's good.
And third, you deserve it.
And I deserve it? Where's my love? Come on. Good, very good insight. Go ahead, Vilas. Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure about the blame. I cannot see it yet, because when you write here, I was at the mother of all love, the ashram, yet I could not feel her love. I think it's very much that it's my problem. I could not feel it. It's not. I think a blame would be to say, but she did not give it to me, or they did something wrong. But I see it. It's my fault. I could not feel it.
That's true, but here's the thing. I mean, I'm like, yeah, because it's my story. But imagine that somebody's telling you that. Okay, if I say, Vilas, I came to visit you, and I'm not feeling your love. Wouldn't you be like, really? You're blaming me. So one practice of ahankara is if you're trying to figure out if it's really an ahankara thing, try to go in the other person's shoes. How would they feel receiving that? So from my side, if you're identifying with me, you're like, I was just saying I didn't feel it, that's all. I was just sharing my feelings. I don't feel your love. But imagine I'm in a room of Amma devotees, who totally love her and they feel her love, and I'm this new girl coming in and being like, I'm at the Mother of Love's ashram. I mean, if they read this, they would probably be so offended. And I don't feel any love here. They wouldn't be like, oh, you poor girl, you don't feel any love. They'd be like, really? You're blaming us. Whose problem is it that you're not feeling the love, You see what I mean? So that's one way to test it. Say how you would feel if somebody said it to you. Okay, Mohini.
if you would have mentioned, or if you would have honored the whole effort of the devotees which they had put in the whole scene, and then you would have said like, but I could not feel anything, then it would not be insensitive, right?
It depends on if you think the devotee would feel. How would you feel? Imagine I said, the devotees did such a good job. They did a beautiful setup, and I can see they're all feeling love. And if I said, but I don't feel it, they still might be a little offended. Or if I said, I'm so depressed that I know there's something wrong with me, and that's why I can't feel it. Then they'd be like, yeah, you are depressed. But if I just praise them, but don't also have a self-assessment and say it, it's still going to probably be upsetting to them to hear that. You know what I mean? So that would be the full package. You describe how beautiful it is, what a wonderful job they did, how maybe even fortunate you are to be here, but you're in a depressed mood, so you're not feeling it and you feel very bad about that.
So if you would have written it like that, then it would not have been insensitive or with a blaming attitude.
Yeah. And you can test it by imagining if you read that and that person was saying it about you, Gargamuni.
I'm not sure if I get the language right, but it feels like when you say all the trappings were there to set the mood, as if you were saying, they were just setting something up, to make me feel the love. But it's not actually, the real love that I expected. It's just a trap, right?
Interesting. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. All the nice things around, we'd have to look it up actually, and there's people who have many different languages as your first language spoken here, so that also might be not a good word to use, but because it could be thought of as, I'm just going to trap you with some fake thing that looks fake, like fake spiritual, not real spiritual, or something, Okay.
I just want to share that sometimes the ego, the ahamkara, it takes an element of truth and it inflates a big story around it. And sometimes, it happens that there are people who they are more into a sentimental mode rather than, being trying to follow a true spiritual path. And so sometimes the ego, when doesn't want to surrender, can perceive that and accuse that everybody is like that. But, it might be just some person, maybe, and you can catch that, and then you generalize that everything is that bad when it's not.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to move on and keep reading a little. Were you going to say something, Latterly?
Yeah, to me it seems lack of awareness.
Okay.
Just as simple as it is, because I feel that at the moment your ego was completely depressed.
Yeah.
So you're completely dejected.
Yeah.
So you cannot be aware of whatever good, whatever wonderful, and that's why you say, I cannot feel it.
Yeah.
But it seems to me there's a difference when you are writing the book. The way you write is much more with awareness, and you are more aware of your ankara and what was at stake. But if I imagine your state of mind at that moment, to me you're completely dejected and you cannot see anything clearly.
Yeah.
It's not about feeling proud of anything like this.
Yeah, I was depressed. I was crying. And when you're depressed, what are you in sattva, rajas, or tamas?
Yeah, you're in tamas.
I was in tamas, right? So I'm lacking awareness. In tamas, you're also going to criticize others, or you can't see things clearly at all. Things that look nice aren't going to look nice to you, So that's a good insight. Okay. Let's keep. How many do we have now, Malika? How many? 15. Ooh. Okay. Amma's ashram is set in South India on the lovely, lazy backwaters, a perfect backdrop for the all-night kirtans that invoked a mood of reverence for God. Yet my only devotion, on that particular afternoon was to my emotions that were driving me to sulk in my room. Remember, ahankara is I, me, my, mine. And even you, because I, you know. Okay, where's that car? Nobody's ringing the alarm bell? All right, I keep going. It didn't matter to me that I might miss Amma's spontaneous, inspirational talks on the beach, or the fresh, hot, crispy, crepe-like masala dosas with delectable coconut chutney. As the palm trees swayed in the breeze, trying to shush my anxious heart, I just could not relax. Even what the locals call God's own country could not pacify my agitated mind. Why? Because I'd actually come to Amritapuri on a mission. I had come specifically to ask Amma to bless my book, for it was only with her approval that I felt comfortable to move forward with getting it published. This very simple handbook on Ayurveda was my summary of the main points I had been teaching my clients over the years. Is everybody sleeping?
I can barely hear you, actually.
You can barely hear me? I think there's a problem. There's no speakers here, or they're not on. We'll fix it for next time. I can't hear anything. Okay. Yes? Rāsa-līlā, is that you?
So when you talk about my summary of the main point, I have been teaching my client over the years. So is there something unique and special you were coming to present?
Okay, so I think my mic is the only one that's actually working because I see people straining to hear, so I'll read it. Where was that? My. You said my summary, main point. Oh yeah, the very simple handbook on Ayurveda there, Rāsa-līlā, was my summary of the main points I had been teaching my clients over the years. That part? Yeah. Okay, and you said that's unique and special.
Yeah, it's something which comes from you. Your clients are your client. That's your unique experience on the whole world. There's only you who have this experience. And you wrote a book about it, and you've made all this big travel, this big journey to give it to your guru.
Yes.
So you are the only one.
Yeah, I'm the only one, and I was feeling very unique and special, right? Okay. What do you guys think of that? Oh, Balaram in the back.
I mean, I also think there's a lot of pride because it's like, I've written this book and it's, and I've got all these clients and I've made all this effort to get here. Like, I'm proud of myself because I've done all these things.
Yeah. And one way too you can tell that if somebody's proud is they write a lot of details like, I did it, it took me 12 months, they put the details of how great, because every detail makes them look better. If they're pumping themselves up, And when you want to put somebody down, then you do the opposite. I mean, you do it to them. You say all their bad qualities, but when you want to pump yourself up, you say all the good qualities. I came so far, and I took 12 months, and in every quality you add pumps you up more, So, I was teaching my clients over the years. I spent 12 months perfecting, You see what I mean? So it's subtle, but yeah. Okay. Anything else? Go ahead, Vila. Okay, Bhushan?
I think I would also mention that this idea that masala dosa and all of that does not matter anymore, which used to matter before, right? So it feels as if the world is empty. So the characteristic here is, I think it's hates, because
hates?
If the identity hates, because the identity is so central, the identity is attacked, nothing else matters anymore. All that you had loved before, the masala dosa and the walk in the morning, which mentioned it's all empty now, it's completely gone. You don't like it anymore, you cannot enjoy it anymore.
But did you see that anywhere, or are you just guessing
This
that?
one before that, you talked about the masala, just like 2 sentences.
No, but where did you get the idea that I hate it now?
No, hate is like you don't like it anymore.
How do you know?
Because you said, right, 2 sentences before.
Where?
Just like 2 sentences before you mentioned, right? At the morning walk and.
Okay. When you do this, Bhushan, can you please be specific instead of saying 2 sentences before? It'd be nice if you could just read what you're saying, because I'm digging around trying to find what you're talking about. So, are you saying it didn't matter to me that I might miss Amma's
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be helpful to do that. Spontaneous inspirational talks on the beach or the Fred.
Correct.
So you're saying,
Correct.
for me, because I was so depressed, I'm saying it doesn't matter, so that's hate.
Correct.
Okay,
Exactly.
got it. What do you guys think?
Not hate.
Not hate? No. Where's the mic? 1, 2. Can somebody? Okay, Doji. So this thing is not hate. You'd say Bhushan's saying it's hate, and you're saying hate's too strong, or is it not hate at all?
No, it's not hate.
What is it? Yeah, you got it.
It's not hate.
What is it, do you think?
It's just like, smells of sarcasm, maybe.
Okay. Sarcastic, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other theories on what that might be? So it's not hate. Bhushan thinks it's hate. And then he's saying, because before I loved it, and now I'm kind of like, it doesn't matter to me. Daoji's saying maybe it's being
More
sarcasm.
like dejection, maybe.
Dejection, okay.
But
What
not
do you think,
hate.
Daoji? Not hate, okay.
I think it's insensitive because you're not able to
appreciate
or
Okay.
be happy about
Okay.
the things you liked. Now it doesn't matter to you. So.
Okay. Insensitive in this case was, how I described it in the class, was being insensitive to other people. You know, if somebody's doing all this nice stuff for you. So then in this case, if you're saying insensitive, it would be insensitive to the cook or something. Or to the fact that I have nice food or something. Okay. That's the cook made nice food. Okay, Malati, what were you going to say?
Some kind of sulking.
Sulking.
Yeah, sulking
and
is
what
right.
what is that related to with the ahankar? If the ahankar is sulking? That's the behavior, but what... Go ahead, Vila.
I think it's pride.
Pride?
Pride, yes. I'm
so,
better.
okay. Pride. What about depressed? Remember, that's what you said earlier? So it's if someone's depressed, they're not going to care about the food, they're not going to care about the... they're just trying to get something sweet, but I'm not sure if it's a proud thing. I mean, they're feeling completely smashed and deflated, like Kamala used the word powdered. She powdered my ahankar, so
Smashed.
I'm not feeling proud about something. I'm not hating it, I'm depressed. When someone's depressed, they lose interest in the stuff they normally like in life. That's one of the descriptors of even clinical depression. You lose the taste for what you normally like in life. So even though we don't have that here, that is one thing that the ahankara can do. It can get so down, Okay, let's move a little bit more and see what we can find. Okay, so we were talking about how great I was because I have my clients that I've been teaching over the years, 12 months perfecting this practical step-by-step. Okay, listen to this. I even went to the extent of asking my friend who speaks Amma's native tongue Malayalam to translate my dedication page. That way Amma would be able to read it, and I could be sure she knew just how devoted I was to her. I fantasized about watching her divine eyes delighting in the lines of my book as I sat at her lotus feet. I would watch her dark brown finger trace the words, yes, yes, yes. I know I like it. Ahankara attack. What happened?
Proud and special and unique because you're the only one on this planet who took the time to dedicate to translate the page, like to find a friend that will translate my dedication page. It's like I'm the only one.
Okay.
Special.
So what sentence is that? Is it the fact that I'm special and unique because I found a friend to do it? Is that what you'd say? If you're going to look at that sentence and pick it apart, what part of that sentence is it that you think
Amma
makes me
will
special?
be able to read it, and I could be sure she knew just how devoted I was to her.
Right. That's special and unique, right? Okay. Very good, Janava. Yep. Let it go for a little while. I like that sound. It helps me flatten down my peacock feathers all the way. Okay.
Okay. So before that, there is another one.
Yep.
Yeah. And this, when I even went.
Yeah.
I even went, you know. I mean, you take action like with your super confidence of the ego to go and find a friend to translate it for Amma.
Okay.
So I even went. Means I make an extra effort. I myself, me.
Okay, what characteristic is that?
Proud.
I'm proud.
Yeah.
I'm proud because I even went. I'm proud. I'm just trying to find the sentence you're saying. I even went to the extent of asking my friend, and that is a sign of me being proud because?
Because you want to establish that you are so good, and you make an effort to make sure that she can understand in her own language your work and your whatever effort that you did, you know. Your dedication, I think. You translated dedication.
Yeah. So is the reason why that's proud because I did it or because I'm writing that I did it?
But how you write it?
How I write it.
How you write
so
it.
How would I write it if I wasn't proud but I wanted to communicate that? How would the sentence go, do you think?
I will remove this even.
Okay.
Because this even shows an extra effort that maybe I could rephrase it saying something like that. I ask to a friend to help me. To getting into be like a kind action that you do for connecting better.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be like I even went to the extent of blah blah blah. Yeah. It'd be more like, you know, I asked a friend to make it easier for Amma to read in her native tongue, to help me, you know, or something like that. Okay, good. Gagamuni?
So it sounds like a big build up of rationalization that like somehow you know that it's your fault that you did not feel the love, but you give all these excuses why it's actually not your fault.
Interesting. Okay, so go ahead. What are the excuses?
I mean, you can read every single sentence that you did so many things, you did this, that, and still,
Very interesting. Okay, so I'm building my way up to have it be not blamed on me. Look at everything I did. Okay, interesting. Very good. That's insightful. Go ahead, Vilas. Bhushan?
Yeah, I would say rationalize this for a different reason. Is because you use the word devotion, and you are saying that to show my devotion, how devoted I am to her, and that itself is the biggest rationalization. Because if you are really devoted, why don't you support? That is pride disguising as rationalizing pride as devotion, and that's the rationalization, like showing off what I've done for you. I call it a devotion.
Okay, good. That's true. Okay, last one, and then we're going to get off because it's 7:30.
I think that maybe more precise than pride would be to say that this is praising oneself. When you say that I even went to the extent of getting it translated by a friend. I think this is a praise and not necessarily pride, because pride, in my understanding, means that I establish how I'm better than others. And here it's just a praise, I would say, without reference to
I'm praising myself. It's not that I'm proud, but it looks like I'm just praising myself. So look at how good I am. I even went to the extent. Okay, good job, you guys. This was a good analysis, and so we only got through like 2 pages, So that's what that is to the extent of ahankara, that it's you can analyze it all the time, and it's really actually helpful. So what I would say is this week, if you like this type of work, you can go on the website. You all are registered, so you can go on there's a discussion board, and you can pick something from this chapter and write it there and say what characteristic it is, because when you get good at this, life actually takes on a whole nother color, to be able to see it, not in others so much, but in yourself, and so the more you practice, the better you'll get at it, and then you can actually, your relationships will change actually, because you won't act in these unconscious ways that trigger people, So that's what I would suggest over the week, and I'll be on there for anybody who's writing. I'll also comment on there. And then next week we're going to get into discussing whatever was on the discussion board, a little bit more of this, and then we'll start reading chapter 2, depending on what comes up in the rest of this. Okay? So anybody who didn't get a bookmark, I'll give you one of these. And also for you guys online, thank you for participating, and please also join us on the discussion board. And for those of you who are here in person, there's ladus around the corner that I brought for you. They're all offered. Okay? So we'll see you guys next week. Good job. Haribol.